first one of 8, setting up second and short.
The broken glass of a bottle makes a jagged rock. Right now I got 2 shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. The broken man in the mirror can't look at me 'cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. I'm tired of being broken. I'm sick of feeling hopeless. Way down here at my lowest. At the end of my road, at the end of my road. So what do I do? So what do I do? What do I do? And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on,
cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been founded.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Set. Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep. Here's second and 10.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
18, right here. Check up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. This defense for the Titans, very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Hey.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Here we go.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. The Texans at 8-4 now in the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Here we go.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now, with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And just shutting him off there. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at the defense for these Texans. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. In motion left goes Burks. Back to throw now on 1st down. That one's taken in by Spears. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll run it for the first time with Damian Pierce. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Now back to throw. He gets this one to Burks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun to give to Spears.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Let's go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Level.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Oh, right. We speed left, speed left. Oh, bro.
Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, let's go.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And that is incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Hey, south,
Here
south,
comes
south.
the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Hey, south, south, south.
Stroud. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Quez Watkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week.
And now off to the races down the right side. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Stroud looking to throw. On a slant, here's Collins. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end.
And got his man complete. He's to the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Traylon Burks. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
On the quick, right?
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And Walker has it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Flash, flash, flash.
Stroud off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White defeating the offensive line and getting to the quarterback. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. On the punt there, and the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. Gets it out wide quickly. Burks with it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Room to maneuver at the 35.
The 20. 5. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards on the ground.
So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Titans have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Here we go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Stroud. That is caught.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
19 tight, 19 tight. Come on, set, go.
Back to throw again.
Throw to the right, caught by a Cockrell.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
On the jump.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In motion right is Austin. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Calvin Austin as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, They're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here we go.
They'll stay on the ground, mix it again. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here we go. Let's go. Hey, uno Mars. Tonight.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they're defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Drop to the right.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Buffalo 18. Let's go now. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
60 Maverick. 70 Rangers. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
19 Lions. Here we go. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Let's go.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans take a 3-touchdown lead.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
All right.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
All right.
As Stroud now to throw.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
On the quick, right?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a 1st down.
Here we go.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Foul.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1, and the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
2nd and 6.
A quick throw there is incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
There's Chris Olave.
Finds through and now a crease. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Why, Tony? Here we go. Hey.
Stroud to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little top pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought,